Let me do a quick soldering job and see, I told you that was boring, but you know what? Someone has to do it. Has to get done eventually. So those 3 little wires, soldered, heat shrunk, just like everything else. I guess one of the best things about having bus bars the way I do is not only can I hook up as many amps as I want, but all these little accessories, I mean, how convenient is that? I have positive and negative, as much positive and negative as I can possibly deal with right here in front of me. So a couple ring terminals and these things will be on. Alright, just so you know, I'm not skimping out. Everything is soldered and I wasn't joking. I even got these little guys for the little wires. So go ahead and solder those wires on. Remember one thing, just because it's hidden doesn't mean that no one will ever see it ever. Eventually someone's going to find it, so you might as well do it right the first time. Alright, so I finally got the 360.2s wired up and doing their thing. Now it's time to turn them on. Okay, you notice they're lit up red. That means that they're in regular mode. You'll see here in a second what else they do. Okay, this is how the 360.2 works. Basically you use a palm device with Bluetooth, or you can use a laptop with Bluetooth. It doesn't really matter, but I've got a palm in my hand. So this is what you do. You go ahead and You find the Rockford logo after you install it, hit that. Okay, see I've got Tahoe 1 and Tahoe 2 on there. Alright, so this is where the chicken scratch that I wrote down earlier comes into play. Because this looks like garbage, but it's a map of everything that's happening. So what you're going to want to do is choose your 360.2 on the Palm Pilot. It's going to look for it. Tahoe 1, Tahoe 2. That's the first 360 and the second 360. It looks like the first 360, Tahoe 1, runs the front 6.5s, the 8-inch mid bass, and the 18s. The second 360.2 runs the tweeters and the 4-inch mid ranges. So watch what happens. Alright, so I want to take over and control 360.2 number 1. I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Hit OK. And then watch. Okay, that one over there turned blue. That means that I'm ready to communicate with it. Tune system. I've got front, rear. I can control everything on this thing. Basically, on this setup, it's not front and rear anymore. It's a particular size speaker. So fronts on this one are going to be the 6.5s. So I'm going to flatten all those out and hit crossover. And since those are going to be the 6.5s, I don't want them to play everything. I only want them to pick up where I want them to pick up and drop off where I want them to drop off. So if you understand processors, you know what bandpassing means. And after you get done setting this thing up the way you like it, you hit home, done, everything is saved. Alright, 360.2 number 2, choose that one, hit OK. It turns blue and it lets you know that it's communicating. Now same thing, you can go in there. This one in particular controls the 4-inch mid-range and the 1-inch tweeters. So I've got the fronts as the tweeters and the rears as the 4-inch mid-range, and I can go in and take complete control of those and tune them however I want. And then when you're all done, of course, hit exit and everything is saved. So that's how the 360.2 works. I'll go a little bit deeper into it as this install finishes up. Right now I'm not at that point yet.